What's good, YouTube? Rayquaza294 here with a, actually this is a actual tournament match that I had against, some guy named RJ. He was my opponent in this tournament. And I decided to use a pretty OU team, and he decided, hey, he should use a pretty OU team, so let's begin. So, obviously, since Skarmory's leading off, I know he wants to sub the Stealth Rocks, because I have Volcarona. So, I immediately switch into Volcarona. I was not sure if he was carrying the Brave Bird, though, so I didn't want to risk going for a Quiver Dance in the event he was. He must not, though, since he switched right out, or maybe he just didn't want to risk staying in on a Volcarona. So when the chance he comes in, I go for the Quiver Dance, because I know he's going to Toxic me, but this particular set of Volcarona isn't meant to, you know, survive too long in the event that it doesn't survive. So right now I'm at +2 special attack, so this Fire Dance is going to do a pretty good chunk. And he is going to sit in Milotic for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe thinking I only have Fire Dance, but I have Bug Buzz also. So I go for that Bug Buzz, and it is going to KO the Milotic, because +2 Volcarona is a pretty special attacking beast. I mean, look at that! Dead Milotic. So I go for a Fire Dance, because, you know, I'm also trying to kind of get a special attack raise before I'm dead. Which I do get the special attack raise, but yeah, my Life Orb is going to put me at the point where I go down. So that's rather unfortunate. Turns out this Chansey's carrying the Wish. Not a big deal. I can kind of threaten it out with my Omega. And yeah, threatening out works. He goes directly into Skarmory, who is not going to benefit from that Wish. I just go for the Hammer Arm, though, in case he was one to stay in. Because you never know. You never know. Trust me. You never know. He's going to set up the Spikes, and I'm like, eh, whatever. I might as well set up the Stealth Rocks now. Revealing that this is an anti-lead Metagross, and I'm like, yeah, set up entry hazards all you want. I really don't care at this point, because entry hazards really don't bug me. Because I still got a pretty good team that will be able to take care of stuff pretty nicely. So I keep going for this Hammer Arm. Basically, he's carrying the Rocky Helmet, which sucks because Rocky Helmet seems to be pretty popular to carry on a Skarmory anymore. I don't know why. He goes for the Roost, which means this Hammer Arm's going to hit him twice as hard. And, which is, yeah, pretty nice. I'm basically, at this point, I'm just trying to fodder out my Metagross. Because I don't really have a use for him anymore. So, yeah, Hammer Arm's going to miss. What do you know? Miss with the Hammer Arm. And since I go in for another Hammer Arm, it means he's going to Whirlwind me out, since I went first. So that sucks. I guess he's going to try and phase me or something, I don't know. But I'm packing that Blissey. So look at this. Look at all that Blissey. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Soft Boil, knowing that he's just going to continuously try phasing me out to kind of get up entry hazard damage on me and try and KO me this way. He couldn't have picked a worse Pokemon to bring in, though. Look at this. Alakazam, Focus Blast. I'm surprised the Skarmory didn't die, though. I really am. So, turns out Omega comes in. I still have the Air Balloon, though, and I'm like, okay, maybe I have a use for Omega after all. Bullet Punch, KO, dead Skarmory. Which is nice and awesome, and I love dead Skarmorys. Dead freaking Skarmorys. So we both go into our Scizor, which, yeah, interesting. I take more damage, obviously. I go for the superpower. I either win the speed tie, or he's not running a little bit of speed investment like I am. I don't know. So I go for the superpower. Doesn't quite KO the Scizor, and he's going to easily KO me from that range with my -1 defense. I might have survived had I been at full health, but I don't know. If he's running Choice Band also, I probably wouldn't have. So I decided to switch into my Gliscor, knowing that he can't really do crap against me. I guess he's expecting me to just Earthquake, which I do, because I'm like, maybe he's going to fodder it out. But for whatever reason, he decides, no, I don't want to fodder it out. So I go for the Protect just to kind of see what he's using. And he goes for the Dark Pulse. So I'm going to assume it's a Scarf set, and I figure, you know, I figure Blissey will be able to take a Dark Pulse easily and nicely. And after seeing this damage, I'm like, it is not a Scarf set, it's Choice Specs. So it's a good thing I switched into Blissey, because otherwise my Gliscor would have been gone. He decides to put in his Chansey. I decided to go for the Soft Boiled. And, you know, Chansey may be a threat. Not really, though. Because if I can get this one-on-one with my Blissey, or especially with my Gliscor, if I can get it one-on-one with my Gliscor, this Chansey doesn't have a chance. So, he's going to go for the Wish, as I'm going to go for that Toxic. I go for the Seismic Toss, just hoping to get some damage on. Because damage is good. Damage is good, yo. He goes for his own Toxic, and I guess we both kind of have to switch out, or he can stay in. Really, I have the better chance of staying in, though, because it really doesn't look like he's carrying the Soft Boil for Chansey. So, I decide, you know, Gliscor will threaten him, and he's going to go for the Wish. But, you should know that there's not really anything he can do to Gliscor, and Toxic's going to start racking up. So he's going to go into Hydreigon, which I'm actually going to predict and go for my own substitute. That way I can get Toxic up on this Hydreigon, so it can do a little bit of damage. So he goes for the Dark Pulse. I'm behind the sub, so I really don't care. Dark Pulse me all you want, bro. I'm behind the sub. So I go for the Toxic, get up Toxic on this Hydreigon. Which, yeah, that Toxic is greatly needed. Because now I have a way to get rid of Hydreigon pretty fast, considering my Scizor is gone. So, right here, he's going to switch into his Chansey. Actually predicting my switch into my own Blissey. Which is okay, because, I mean, look at that low of health that Chansey's at. Like, that's pretty easy to KO from there, if I really want to. I'm going to go for Toxic, because, need that extra poison damage on the Chansey. He's going to go for the Wish, and I'm like, bro, unless you're carrying the Protect, you're not going to survive this. So he switches out, and I'm like, okay, he switches into Scizor, I guess it's Death Father, or maybe to heal it, I don't know, but I go for this Seismic Toss, and that is going to easily KO the Scizor. Maybe he thought I'd go for Soft Boiled, I don't know, but that's not the case. So he's going to bring in Dusclops. And I'm like, oh, Dusclops, bro, I got freaking Toxic. I'm good. So I'm going to Toxic this Dusclops. And he's going to go for the Wars. And, you know, looking at this team, you're probably wondering why Gliscor and why Blissey on the same team. Because the Gliscor-Blissey core really, really does work, as you can see. Like, if he tries to go to something physical, I can go to Gliscor. If he tries to go to something special, I can go to Blissey. So, as you can see, pretty good core, and as long as he's not out-predicting me, I'm pretty much guaranteed. So, there's not much I can really do against this Dusclops, and he goes for the rest, which, wow, fabulous. This is gonna suck. This is gonna suck if he can rest. I went for the Wish, because, I knew that I was gonna be able to survive another turn, and if I need to switch, I could have. But since he does run Rest, that means he runs Sleep Talk, which gives me the advantage to switch in. And he gets the Nightshade. Whatever, Nightshade's only going to do 100 damage. I go for the Shadow Ball. Obviously not going to kill the Dusclops right away because it's running Eviolite. The crit does indeed help take it down, though. Like, it wasn't going to be a guaranteed 3-hit KO. Anyway, after he had rested, it would have been more than 3-hit KO. But it does help. So he's going to put in Hydreigon. I guess, you know, I guess he's thinking maybe at this point, I think he's still Scarf, but I know he's Spec. So I go for the Focus Blast, and then he's going to put in Chansey, and that Chansey's pretty much going to die. And that's going to be the match. So comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already to my channel.